Alright, so this is my CIAP CIAP video for the presentation. So let's go. The topic is configuration audit. Well, so let me ask you something simple. You have set up a server, it's running, everything works, but is it secure? That's the question. Most people say yes because they built it, but here's the truth. The moment that system was deployed, it came with default settings, default usernames, default ports open, default permissions, and attackers know every single one of them. This is where configuration audit comes in. A configuration audit is a structured process of inspecting your system settings and checking them against a trusted security standard to find out what's wrong before someone else does. And that standard, it's called the CIS benchmark, built by the Center for Internet Security, used by governments, enterprises, and cloud providers across the world. In a SOC environment, this is how teams stop being reactive and start being proactive. So, how does it actually work? Think of it like a building safety inspection. Before a structure is occupied, an inspector checks every wire, lock, and pipe against a safety code. A configuration audit does the same for IT systems, and the CIS benchmark is that code. A audit does exactly that for your IT systems, and this and the benchmark covers over 25 technology platforms: Windows, Linux, AWS, Azure, Docker, Kubernetes, and it's tied into two levels. Level 1 covers essential controls, basic hardening with minimal impact on how the system operates, and then there's level 2, which goes deeper, defense in-depth configurations for higher security environments. To run these audits, teams use tools like OpenSCAP, Linus, and there's KissCat Pro, and then there's Nessus, which automatically scans the system, compares it to the benchmark, and generate a compliance report. The output is simple: here's what's misconfigured, here's the risk level, and here's how to fix it. It's that simple. So let's look at a case study. In 2021, a mid-sized hospital was running internal servers on default OS configurations. No formal audit had ever been done. RDP remote desktop protocol was open on port 3389, and admin credentials were still at default, so no patch management was in place. Attackers found it within 4 hours. Ransomware had spread across 60% of the systems. Patient records for 200,000 plus individuals were compromised, and the recovery cost, it was 1.27 million. So now here's what the post-incident CIS audit revealed. So three benchmark controls had been violated, which is the CIS control 4.1, which is default credentials not changed. Then the CIS control 9.2, RDP exposed without multi-factor authentication, and then the CIS control 7.3, no automated patching. All three are level 1 controls, which are the most basic tier. And after the incident, the hospital ran a full CIS CAT Pro audit and applied the recommended fixes. Within 6 weeks, critical misconfigurations dropped by 83%. So the attack was entirely preventable. One audit, if it had been done earlier, would have changed everything. So let's look at how to prevent this. The process has 6 steps. The first is asset discovery. Know every system in your environment. You can't audit you don't know exist. And then there's select a CIS profile. So you have to match the benchmark to the to your own OS and platform, to level 1 or level 2. And third is automated scan. You have to run SysCat Pro or OpenSCAP, and you have to run an automated scan. And then there's gap analysis. You have to prioritize findings by severity: critical first, then high, then medium, then low. And then there's the fifth, which is remediate and re-audit. So we have to fix the issues and then scan again to confirm if they are closed. Then continuous monitoring, scheduling recurring audits at defined intervals to maintain a hardened security platform. These are the 6 steps. And also, this maps directly to a complex engineering challenge: auditing hybrid environments at scale, balancing security hardening against operational performance, and managing interdependent system layers. The bottom line is this: configuration drift is inevitable. System changes, settings shift, people make mistakes. But with CIS benchmarks and regular audits, you don't just find the gaps, you close them before they become headlines. Well, because the system isn't secure because you built it, it's secure because you kept checking it. Thank you.